So, Manoj, it would be fantastic to hear more about the story behind the Human Wisdom Programme. I know you had this really successful career as a spine surgeon. So how on earth did you go from that to here?
I wonder that myself sometimes. And probably many reasons, but I remember one day driving home from work after a day of surgery, and the radio was on, and there was a sound of children screaming. There was a hospital in the Middle East somewhere that had been bombed accidentally. And I felt really touched by that. And I felt I had an understanding that could make a difference to that and other problems in the world. And so that was the time I started transitioning out of medicine. I wrote this book, Understanding Me, Understanding You. And about 2.5 years ago, I left medicine altogether to pursue this full time.
So when you say you felt you had this understanding to share, where did that come from? What's the sort of background to that?
Well, I remember when I was 18, just joined medical school, I was really curious about not only the world around me, but also about myself and how my mind functioned and why I felt things and why I thought things and why I behaved in a certain way. So I read really widely, and then I discovered that it's this understanding of how our mind works that really brings illumination. And that has helped transform my life. So I felt it was something I could share.
So you wrote the book, and then what happened next? What did you do after that?
Well, I started working in education. I started with adults, with teachers. But then one day a head teacher said, "Why don't you talk to little children?" And I had never spoken to little children. And I was a little bit reluctant, but he pushed me, and that was another seminal moment, because I discovered something amazing, that these children have this innate wisdom already in them, and they're just waiting for someone to sit and draw it out of them. And all I would do is sit in front of them and ask questions and say, "Hey, you and I, we're the same human being. Come on, let's explore these subjects together." And their insights, which are on the videos on the website, are just incredible. Mm-hmm. And I felt there and then the future of humanity lay in those children, if we can reach them in that way.
So after doing all these talks and workshops with kids, what then led you to do the Human Wisdom Programme?
So I was getting such excellent feedback from the children, from the teachers, from the older students, and of course also from the organizations I was speaking in, that I felt if we could scale that understanding to a larger audience somehow, we could help more people. And so I thought we'd do this app where there'd be a section for children, and parents and teachers could explore these topics with them, and another subsection for adults who wanted to learn about themselves and discover their own wisdom. And it could not only help transform individual lives, but also tackle some of the big problems the world has, which at the moment we don't seem to have a solution for. You know, racism, addiction, war, climate change, and all of that stuff. So that's the ambition. We'll see where it goes.
Thank you.
Thank you.